when racism is a hot topic, somewhat of a dirty word, one cannot pretend racism isn't also a platform for getting views, likes, and praises, as many use it for attention, which is so detrimental to this issue which has plagued generations. Anthony Walker was a target and a victim of evil that hated the color of his skin, and because the color of his skin, Anthony was brutally murdered. Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about real crimes and real people. Please subscribe, click the notification bell button, and give this video many likes. I really appreciate it. Also, leave a comment down below, and let's get started. Anthony Delano Walker was born on February 21st, 1987 in Newton, England. His parents were immigrants from St. Thomas near Kingston, Jamaica, and decided to raise their children in Britain. The family Walker was the first black family to live in Newton, and the children experienced racism in elementary and secondary school. Anthony lived with his parents and siblings. He attended Knowsley High School. He was a second-year A-level student. Anthony was loving, caring, loyal, reliable, and fun. He liked football. He was an Arsenal fan, but he loved basketball. Anthony's father tried to protect him. As a black boy, he didn't want him to go to some places. And even though Anthony experienced evil from his peers in the form of hatred towards the color of his skin, Anthony prospered. He was very energetic. He played for Liverpool City Hoop team. He created a team to keep children off the streets. Anthony had good grades. He wanted to be a lawyer, maybe leave to the US and become a judge because he had seen black judges in America. Anthony was extremely spiritual. His priority was God. But on July 29, 2005, evil chased him, and the consequences were devastating. At 11 p.m., Anthony, his cousin Marcus Beans, walked Louise Thompson, Anthony's girlfriend, to her bus stop close to the Houghton Park pub. Louise was white, which might have made some people uncomfortable. Outside the pub, there was a boy named Michael Barton, wearing a hooded top with a scarf or a ski mask covering his face. If anything, Michael Barton was a racist, and he couldn't keep his racism to himself. Michael started making racist comments, and unfortunately, there wasn't anyone around to knock Michael's teeth out. Anthony wasn't the type of person who would engage in confrontation, especially when the root of the confrontation was hatred. Anthony walked away, so did his cousin and girlfriend. They decided to go to a different bus stop through McGoldrick Park. But Michael Barton didn't let go. Instead, he got an ally, his cousin Paul Taylor. Michael told Paul he had lost face in a confrontation, so the two of them got into a car and drove to the entrance of McGoldrick Park. Michael and Paul hid in the bushes. And then they ambushed Anthony, Marcus, and Louise. Louise and Marcus managed to escape, but Anthony didn't share the same luck. Michael had a mountain ice axe, and Paul used it to hit Anthony's head with it. And he did it with such force, the axe was embedded into Anthony's skull. Michael tried to retrieve the axe from the skull, but he couldn't, so he fled with Anthony's blood on his hands. Marcus, Anthony's cousin, and Louise returned with help, but it was already too late. Anthony was taken to Whiston Hospital, then to Walton Center, but the damages were far too great. Anthony was brain dead. He died on July 30th, 2005 at 5:25 a.m. with his family by his side. The police called Anthony's murder a racist attack, and they started a hunt for his killers. Rumors started circulating in the community. Michael Barton and Paul Taylor had done it. On July 31st, 2005, Anthony's family did a press conference to ask the public for help. Many people visited the place of the murder and left tributes. The police then named Michael Barton and Paul Taylor suspects. Michael Barton and Taylor were racists who, according to residents in the area, used to racially abuse mixed-race boys. Paul Taylor, who was 20 years of age, attended the same school as Anthony Walker, Knowsley High. Paul had a criminal background and often got into trouble. He had previous convictions of battery and burglary. On July 29th, the day of the murder, Paul Taylor spent the day snorting cocaine. He tried to steal a quad bike but failed. He scratched his name on a board at Houghton Park along with swastika signs. Michael Barton, who was 17 years old, was the brother of Manchester City footballer Joey Barton, although the two of them didn't grow up in the same household. Michael left school at the age of 14. He tried to get a job. He reached the rank of Lance Corporal in the Territorial Army, but he failed the entrance exam to enter the regular army. He then decided to take the easy way out. He robbed people. After killing Anthony, Michael and Paul ran away. They drove to catch a ferry to Calais and then drove to Amsterdam. Rumors started spreading on the news. The suspects were the brother and cousin of the footballer Joey Barton. Then, on August 2nd, Joey Barton made an appeal for his brother to come home. "You must do this for the Walker family, so they can mourn Anthony, and because you know it's the right thing to do." On August 3rd, there were rumors the pair had been arrested in Amsterdam. And even though those rumors were denied, Michael and Paul ended up getting off a plane in handcuffs and tried to shield their faces with tracksuits, tops, and caps. On August 5th, 2005, Michael Barton, 17, and his cousin Paul Taylor, 20, were charged with the murder of Anthony Walker and were remanded in custody. Before trial, Paul Taylor admitted to killing Anthony with an axe, whilst Michael denied killing Anthony even though he came with and provided the axe. The judge called the attack a terrifying ambush, a racist attack of a type poisonment to any civilized society. The judge also stated, "You have damaged forever the lives of those who loved him." Most of all, the judge told something to Michael that embodied what really happened that night. He told Michael, "You crept into the park with evil on your mind." And that's what it was. Evil. Evil fueled by hatred. The hatred for someone with a different skin color. We are all human beings. We are only one race. But among us walks evil. Evil which is passed on from generation to generation. At this very moment, a child is being indoctrinated to hate people with a different skin color. Paul Taylor was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum sentence of 23 years. Michael Barton was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 17. Paul Taylor and Michael Barton had help when they ran away. Robert Williams was convicted of providing money and booking an hotel room. He was sentenced to 2 years and 4 months. Paul Morrison was sentenced to 11 months in prison for providing a getaway car. Tracy Gardner admitted assisting and received 11 months suspended sentence and 50 hours of community service. All left behind is a grieving family determined to honor Anthony and fight against racism and hate crime. But be cautious of pseudo-activists who use social issues for personal, financial, and media gain.